you, Christina, because I love this. You wrote a book about the raid at Mar-a-Lago, and right now we're talking about breaking news about an FBI raid at John Bolton's house over potentially, at least according to the Associated Press, is involving his handling of classified documents. That rings a bell. I just wanted to get your reaction to this.
Yeah, well, I heard it first here on Newsmax. I tuned in and thought, oh my gosh, it's happening again. Nobody is above the law. I would want to see what they're doing this for. I don't think this is just about his handling of classified materials. I think this goes to something bigger. They've got very big fish to fry, and John Bolton certainly was part of a larger, likely conspiracy. I'm assuming this is about a conspiracy to overthrow Donald Trump. So I want to see, what the probable cause is and what they're going after on this. But this is a real one. I went through it when it was fake. But this looks like it's a real one.
And they're thorough, as we all know. They don't miss anything. Yeah, absolutely. So again, John Bolton's house being raided by the FBI. According to the Associated Press, it relates to the handling of classified information, possibly. Also may relate to his book that apparently the White House pushed back on because it potentially contained classified information. Christina, thank you so much. We will follow up with you as events warrant.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, good to see you. Well, let's turn now to Bethesda, Maryland, as we just said, where FBI agents are raiding the home of former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton. Sources telling Newsmax that raid is part of a national security investigation. And for more on this, let's welcome in senior contributor for the Federalist, Ben Weingarten, along with political strategist and co-host of the Her Take podcast, Lindy Lee. Ben, we were just talking to Christina, who obviously was there for the Mar-a-Lago raids, and now here we go. They're doing it again, potentially classified information. What are you hearing? What do you think?
Yeah, well, I think based on these sort of allegations being put out and the reporting, certainly John Bolton would have been in a position to have access to the most highly classified intelligence and other national security information. He's obviously been out there as a critic of President Trump for years now. And reportedly, this goes back to an investigation that the Biden administration supposedly deep-sixed. So another layer to this is not only what is John Bolton potentially implicated in, but what did the Biden do to suppress an investigation that maybe would have been supportive, essentially, of Donald Trump's position. But you set aside the politics. And the bottom line is there have been so many leaks of highly classified information in recent years. John Bolton, of course, wrote a book. That book probably contained some information which derived from documents that perhaps were very sensitive and could not be disclosed. You put it all together, and there needs to be accountability when it comes to the use of that information. And so let's see where the facts ultimately go in this case. But it's imperative, it's incumbent upon the Justice Department to pursue leak issues and then also mishandling of classified documents, and not in a political way, but in a way that holds everyone to the same law.
Yeah, as somebody who held a top national security clearance when I was at the White House, the handling of classified documents is not anything to mess around with, and they take it seriously.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine something I would ever want to do, especially not with this FBI, let's be honest. But look, let's turn now over to the president's legal win in New York, his latest legal win that he has. The appeals court now throwing out $500 million, I should say, in fraud penalties that were secured by AG Letitia James, who we know has had one major goal since she came onto the scene, and that was to get Trump.